Welcome everyone. My name is Marla. I haven't been live in a while. I represent Usborne Books and More. I'm an independent consultant with Usborne Books and More, and I'm a freelance writer at usbornestorytamers.com. Lately, I've been thinking about what my role as a leader in society and being a role model means. And as a Hispanic woman, I've been thinking about what I believe and the people that I partner up with and the influencers that I have on my team. I'm also a certified paralegal and a certified mediator, and I've been thinking about Black Lives Matter, and I've been thinking about the media publicity and just a whole wide range of things. And I'm really, as a leader, as a Hispanic leader, I believe that it is my job to correct and to make sure that the media and the narratives that are being put out do not infringe upon our American values. I believe that as Americans, we stand for freedom and individual rights. I have a thorough knowledge of the Constitution. I read a lot. I studied law thoroughly, and it makes me a little bit angry that the media is inciting hate and divisions in our society. So I am Republican, and if you guys don't like who I am and differ with me, that is more than fine. But I'm not going to change my views for just because people believe differently and just because I want friendships. I really believe in relationships. I am very friendly. I am very people person, but I strongly believe in our Constitution, and I believe that if we want to get rid of racism, we need to get rid of institutions that have embedded racism, like the school system. I really believe that we need to shrink the government. When I was doing my political science degree in college, the narrative that they were teaching was very even-handed, and all my teachers, whether they were conservative or liberals, they all said that government was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And if we want to fix the problems, we need to shrink it, and shrink it. And we need to, as parents, we need to get back into our children's lives and help them read more. Isaac? So, Isaac, we just finished our phonics. We're still doing phonics. I am also a homeschool educator, and I do not plan, if I want to give my child a good education, I need to give that education to him. I really believe that it is my job to correct the problems in our society by being there for my child and educating them in the way that I feel needs to be done. I also feel that by getting rid of God, we have made society godless, and people don't know the meaning of kindness. People don't know the meaning of what morality is, what ethics is, what integrity is. And as a leader in society, I believe that it is my job to share my information and my knowledge that I've gathered over the years. 30 million Americans or maybe more, are functionally illiterate. Most Americans read below average. Most Americans have a basic reading level. They make low-level inferences. And so all this propaganda that's going on, I really believe it's government propaganda meant to get people to vote in one direction. I'm sorry that if you don't agree with my politics, but I read a lot, and I feel that it is my job as a Hispanic person to correct those things in society. I don't believe in affirmative action. I never had it. I had a 142 in my LSAT. Yes, I did not compete with other Hispanic or black people. They wouldn't allow me. They actually, when I was trying to go to law school, they let other Hispanics in and other black people in over me. They pitted me directly into my Hispanics brothers and sisters and my black brothers and sisters. And that actually makes me mad, because we all have our skills and we all deserve to be who we want to be, and God has given us our abilities to serve each other, and so I think that society is wrong in moving this Black Lives Matter movement. They should be moving American values, not just black values. Yes, blacks do matter. I do agree. Well, they are American, but Hispanics matter too. White people matter too, and we have good leaders from age-old leaders that created an America that is free for everyone. And I believe that we should keep the values that our founding fathers created, and we should not tear down our past because of a few wrongs in society. If it wasn't because of the monuments and the statues of our past, I wouldn't be able to connect all the history that I have connected. So I am not going to vote liberal, because I don't believe in the liberal way. I'm a Denverite, and I believe in the Denver way, the pioneer spirit. And I believe that it's wrong what they're doing. So anyways, these books right here, these books that I have a ton of books for my son to read and learn about history. And we should all be stepping in and speaking up against what's going on with police. I was a police explorer for 4 years back in Miami. I think that's awful. So as a police explorer, when I was growing up, I got to ride with officers, and I got to see what they do. And believe you me, this right here, if you haven't read it, you should buy it. This is a really good book. It talks about individual rights. The other one that's really good is this one right here. It talks about national power and federalism. I would pick it up and read it and learn how a law student learns their law. Yep, law students, they use these books to learn law. There's also one on criminal justice, and it talks about the constitutional rights that cops have to protect our lives. I have it up there above, right up there. Wait, that side. Okay, I would pick it up and read it, because the job of the cops is to protect us, each and every one of us, and I have no clue what they mean by defunding the police. I really don't. It's a narrative that I'm really weary of. Cops are good people, And I know Hispanics and black people and white people who are great and excellent cops. And here in Denver, we have our cops and our agencies have actually done a lot since I moved out here in '94 to make it equitable and diverse, and they are very nice. I'm going to tell you a story really quickly that happened to me when I was younger. I used to try to go to court just to reduce my traffic ticket. Well, one year I forgot to go to court, and I had no clue what to do. So I sent in a check thinking that that'll cover it. Well, I had a bench warrant for my arrest, and I had no clue that I had a bench warrant. So I was picked up one time that I was with my husband. He wasn't my husband at the time, but they picked me up, and it was a white cop. And if it wasn't for that white cop at that moment at University Boulevard station, I don't think my husband would have known to pick me up in the morning and rescue me from being in jail. But I spent the night in jail, and the cop at the university had called my husband and let him know. And he actually picked me up, and I think that made it for me to get married. I said he's very reliable and worth it. Anyways, I was picked up, I didn't know whether to laugh or to cry, and so I spent the whole night, and I didn't sleep a wink. And then when I had the court date, I was laughing, and because it was a Jeffco ticket that I had that I missed, and the Hispanic person, lawyer, I was kind of like smiling, because I always smile, and I was kind of like laughing a little bit, because it's like me, out of all people, I got picked up, and he's like, this isn't a funny business, young lady. This is a very serious ticket offense that you did. And I'm like, hello, how many people get bench warrants by accident because they forget their court date for traffic ticket, and how many people actually know what to do if they actually forget to go to court? So I was kind of laughing, and the Hispanic person didn't like that I was laughing. But it was funny, because I'm very legal, and I love the law, and it was funny that somebody like me would actually, spend the night in jail, because I'm very, I know the laws, and I'm a very law-abiding citizen. So for me, it was hilarious. And it was hilarious, so hilarious that I spent the night in jail and they were taking my mugshot. I told the ladies when they were taking it, I said, which side would be better, this side or this side? And I would smile, and the cop lady said, what do you think this is, glamour shots or something? And I said, yeah, it is. You guys are going to have my picture forever and ever. So I might as well look good for you. Anyways, that is one story that I just want to let you know.